So we're rolling whenever you are ready.
Okay, so my name is Lauren Grant. I have been with Zappos since May of 2009. I am currently a lead in CLT, more specifically the email team lead, Go Team Race Car. When I started here, of course, like everyone else, I thought Zappos was a really new and awesome experience, but I was prepared for this to turn out to be just like any other job that I've been at before. And very, very quickly, I found out that it's unlike anything I've ever experienced. Uh, just in terms of knowing the people here and have the support behind you to help you achieve your goals and your dreams and everything that you want to possibly be able to do. All of that's in my power, in my own hands, to be able to. I'm going to start over. Okay. Uh, you guys can edit all this part
Yeah,
out.
you did good about talking about
Okay.
how you got here and everything. You were prepared for it to be just another job, and
Okay.
quickly realized it wasn't.
Okay. So I was when I first started here, I was totally prepared for this to be like just like any other job that I've experienced, and in short order, I realized that it was unlike anything else I've ever experienced. More specifically, in terms of how much stock the company put into me and the things that I wanted to achieve and the goals that I had set forth for myself. I recall actually probably my first week in training, we were getting set for one of our all hands meetings, and the video crew came in to do little videos, and I got to hold one of the signs that said, "I hope to be a senior leader within 5 years." And now 3 years into the job, I'm well on my way to being there, and I think it's totally ironic that I begged to hold that sign because that's something that I wanted to do, and I've been put on the path and had the support behind me to be able to achieve those goals. And it has everything to do with Zappos and how empowered we are here. I mean, every time I want to learn a new skill set, anytime I wanted to get my hands on another part of the business, all I had to do was ask. And oftentimes, if I had an idea for something, not only was that idea entertained, but it all of a sudden became my project to do, which is something classic for Zappos. You take it, you run with it. And that's totally right up my alley because I don't have to worry about anybody telling me no, except if they have to. But most times they're going to say yes and go for it. One of my first times being a mentor. So a mentor is when we have folks on the phone with us and they get to listen to us take calls. One of my first times being a mentor, I got to have Fred sit next to me, and that was really nerve-wracking. At the same time, I felt so comfortable talking to him. I decided to tell him that I had this idea for a company benefit. I wanted to do like floating holidays. I didn't mind giving up 2 other holidays to get some floating holidays. And not only was he interested in everything I had to say, man, he whipped out his cell phone, his BlackBerry right there, and started putting in notes and saying, we're going to make that happen. And, put that out to the company in a survey form to see whether or not that's a benefit that the entire company wanted to do. And I was just blown away because I was so fresh and new on the job and felt like kind of a little nobody on the bottom of the totem pole, but he made me feel so important. And then when I opened that email and saw that that was part of the survey, I knew that this was a place that this is something that I could definitely sink my teeth into and see going forward. Maybe about 6 months into the job, 6 months into being on the phones, I decided that I really wanted to actively pursue leadership. I had my lead and my supervisor at the time telling me that I'm doing a really great job, and they could see me being a great fit with the leadership team. And before I know it, I'm interviewing to be a senior rep. I'm interviewing to go to a specialty team, and I'm getting really awesome feedback and getting prepped the whole time to make sure that I do as well as I possibly can. And I was in there, man. Like within for my first 6 months, all of a sudden I became a senior rep, and I was well on my way to becoming a lead. Even in that time as being a senior rep, I had folks like Augusta, like doing our goals coach, and she sat with me and helped me not only work on my professional goal of wanting to be a lead, but actually some of my personal goals that were, making it a little bit more difficult for me to see things through and to get things completed when I need to. And I look back on that and think that every one of those people and everybody that I've come in contact with that have given me the tools to be able to make those things happen for myself, like it's just been a blessing because while I feel that I've been totally empowered to take care of these things, I know that a lot of that has to do with the support that I've had the entire time. You know, quite frankly, now that I've become a lead, I've got to build other connections with some of the folks that have been on my team or some other folks within CLT. You know, when Tony introduced this whole Z-Frogs idea with being able to come and pitch whatever idea that you had, no matter whether or not it was a revenue generator for Zappos or have anything to do with Zappos, of course, my stomach started talking to me, and a friend and I decided to get together and pitch a cookbook that we were going to collect all the recipes from everybody in the company and decide to put it together and sell it for charity and give out a little apron. You know, I was so nervous to go and present to Tony and Arun and Chris, and it was just pretty amazing that when you get in front of these guys and you're telling them and talking about your dream and talking about things that you're passionate about, they're right along there with you, showing you and asking you questions about maybe some things that I didn't think about and perhaps that I was dreaming a little bit too small. And they kept trying to push me to go bigger and go bigger. And ultimately, you know, we were in the first group to pitch this cookbook for Z-Frogs, and we actually won the Z-Frogs event. So right now I'm in the process of creating Zappos Culture Cookbook, and it's an amazing experience because I'm doing that on top of the normal job that I'm doing every day, which is kind of like not a normal job, on top of also pursuing my outside education. I decided to go back to school, which is something that I did while I started at Zappos, and that came from a wellness fair. So we have all these folks out there and all these vendors trying to help you to grow and to be a better person, and I decided that I'm going to actually go back to school too and try to better myself, not just for myself anymore, but just for the company. I mean, everything that I'm doing, I'm realizing that Zappos has become a big part of who I am and what I'm about, and it's kind of awesome. I'm kind of thinking about it right now, so it's kind of awesome. You know, as far as the empowerment piece is concerned with my own team, so right now, more specifically, like I said, I'm charging the email team, and you know, we've really done some big things on the email team in terms of changing the focus and changing our perception about making that experience more closely related to the experience that you get when you call in. We used to have, believe it or not, some pretty professional, structured emails that we send out, and just the team members coming to me my first week or two on that team and saying, you know, we've been itching and burning to put these kind of jokes in the emails and to say these kind of things. And I'm like, well, then just do it. And it seems like second nature to me just to say, go ahead, do it, because that's something that's been instilled in us the entire time that we started here. Like, if I have a great idea and I think that it's going to benefit the business and benefit our customers, then of course we're going to run with it. And now that we get all of these kind of compliments and accolades of things that we're doing on the email team, I could chalk it up to empowerment only. It's because all of my team members are empowered to do whatever they think is right. I haven't felt that I've done anything different except to tell them yes. Anytime they come to me and they say, this is an idea we have, here's what we want to do to run with it, I say, yes, let's do it. Let's run with it. And it's been amazing. We have a mascot. We're part of the tour now. Like, I can't even believe that all that stemmed from just people being like-minded from across the company, getting together in our department, the 20 of us looking at each other and going, well, there's no one that's going to tell us that we can't do this, so we might as well do it. And it's been successful. And I couldn't believe the success that we've had going forward, and the kind of subculture that we've built, and the cult following that we've built within the department in terms of what we're about. Right now, we're pushing a yes initiative, not just on our team, with everybody else on the floor. I mean, Zappos is always pretty good about saying yes to our customers, but there's just one-off situations where the team member is, kind of torn about, am I going to make this return after it's been 2 years? Or how many times have they worn these shoes? Do they have the box? We're going to scratch all that and just say, yes, let's do it. Make them happy. And it's been a lot easier on the team members. It's been pretty exciting to go out and push that and to walk around with our signs and our decorations that just say yes, yes, yes. And when people come over and ask why there's yes hanging all over the place, it's that much more awesome to be able to explain that to them and then what we're about. And that all stems from the fact that there's nothing that my team members can do that I can't do, and vice versa. They don't ever have to come to me to ask permission, man. They just have to say, this is what I'm going to be doing, and I need you to give me the tools to do it. And that's kind of my job. So I love doing that.
Oh, Lord, you're so awesome. You're so sweet. I
Thank
love it
you.
because, like, seriously, it's the fact that the empowerment that you were given allows you to now empower other people. And
Oh, yeah.
constantly feed that cycle.
Oh, yeah. And they in turn feed that cycle to other people. So I've already felt that kind of coming up through the ranks about I can be and do whatever I want to be. But
Here, wait, I
these...
just realized that I talked on the video.
Oh,
Will you
you
say
can edit that
cycle
out.
thing?
Oh, yeah. I don't know what you're saying.
Talking about how the empowerment you were
Oh, yeah. So the empowerment that it's really great to think about. The empowerment that I was given, I've been able to give that to my team members, and it's come full circle in terms of now my team members are giving that to other team members. My team members are giving it to each other. I mean, they wanted some sort of progression structure within the email team. They came to me and said, okay, Lauren, we really want to do something so we can grow and and develop ourselves on this team. I said, okay, then do it. They developed a whole progression structure, built-in layers of whatever our job qualifications are, what the tasks are. I took that to my leadership team to say, okay, here's the progression I want to put in place. Perhaps I want to offer an increase at this stage. And then all of a sudden I got told again that I was dreaming too small to go push and go bigger. Why don't you give them increases at these levels in this stage? And now all of a sudden I've got these team members that have started off on the specialty team to answer emails, and now they're taking care of escalations, they're building classes, they're going to go have meetings, they're making sure that they are taking everything that they possibly can to the next level, because now with the tools that they were given, they've empowered themselves to take their career, to take whatever they want to accomplish in Zappos to the next level. And the things that we put in place today, hopefully, are going to be the things that are going to push the business forward. And I just couldn't be more proud of them, and I couldn't be more happy to be doing the things that I'm doing, is because I really feel that I have the freedom to take my job into my own hands and make something of it. And it's pretty amazing.